So today we are going to talk about something which Simrit is very fond of, books. And there's a 50th annual book fair going on in New Delhi. And Simrit visited that. Let's talk about that. Hi everyone. Welcome to TalktousToday. I'm Namita.
And I'm Simrit. And today on Talk to Us Today, we're going to take you on a very brief tour of the World Book Fair 2023 in New Delhi, pragati, Maidan, which has been holding this annually for 50 years. 50 years, guys. It's amazing. And the Delhi has seen so much progress over time. But this particular year, it's come after a 2-year break because of know what.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a lot about it.
So prior to that, I used to go every year for like 25 years. And I used to carry my knapsack, carry people, like take people who would carry my books. And I used to overload on all the books. But now it's been like a while, and I was really excited to take my son and my niece. And I was trying to get other kids, but like, I kind of pushed my son that, no, you gotta go. And the other moms are like, oh, it's gonna be too much walking. Oh no, you wanna go on a Sunday?
Too crowded. Too crowded.
And then I'm like, but guys, this is an experience. So I went and I loved it. And that's what I want to talk about, and how important it was, because my niece and my son loved it.
I bet. But Simrit, you have been going every year, right? So what exactly, motivates you to go to these book fairs? You can take and you have a big library, and you've been, flooding it with more and more books. I mean, it's not, you don't need a book fair to buy a book. You get anytime and you want it and you get it. So why you have to?
And Namita, you're right. And shamefully, and all readers have this woe that, we have more books that we haven't read at home than we've read. Like, I keep reading, but still there are so many books that I haven't. So I mean, for the next 780 years, if I read a book every week, I still have enough that I don't even go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You only have like piles of books, stacks of books everywhere.
Okay, so let me put it in your terms. You went to the Lollapalooza Music Festival, right?
Right.
And I know you like books as well, but I'm trying to put this in a perspective that everybody. Now, you could hear that music sitting at home, right?
Yeah.
But the feel of being surrounded. You got it, right?
Yeah,
you got it.
I get it. Do you get
I thought.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm wondering. I went to see I went to really listen to these singers live. So did you meet some writers or somebody?
Yes. I know of course there was authors, and I'll be talking about that, but it's just to be surrounded by bibliophiles, to be surrounded and it's not just English, which is the medium that I read, like almost solely, but like Hindi, Punjabi. I was surprised the Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee had set up their stall there for.
Wow, really?
Yes, I should have taken a video, and I was just like, I was so mesmerized that my videos are few. But there was a French, like they're showcasing France. So there was a beautiful, and we had a croissant and like coffee sitting there. So it was nice. Low Opera had put out their stall, so it was nice.
Nice.
And picked up some French books for my son, and then Saudi Arabia, and I think I've got some videos, and Turkey, and and
okay. So it was an international book fair.
It's a World Book Fair. Yeah, it's
World Book Fair. Okay.
And all the big names are there, like HarperCollins is there, Rupa is there, Penguin. Oh my God, we walked in and we walked out. We're like, yeah, everybody wants Penguin publishing books.
Penguin is most loved, I guess.
And then like a lot of obviously educational, I mean, like in terms of, study material, which, my kids were like, no, we're going to run away. And then self-publishing. So this is the new thing, the
Ah,
self-publishing. Now, I've got a video there. I mean, I will let you see the introduction, and then we'll talk about the theme of what the book fair was about this time. So take a look at the, like, me walking in. And we were really lucky because we went really early.
okay. Okay, let's see. Let's take a glimpse of what all you have done there.
Okay, so I've entered here and the billboards look amazing. The crowds are swarming in. It's 11:15 in the morning, but it's getting crowded. I'm glad you came early. It looks really well organized. They've really done. It's getting louder here, so I think I'll cut to going inside. They have like international. So we went to the French Center. France is the visiting. It's the honorary member for this year's. They have a beautiful coffee shop there. That's my son walking away. And then they have the Abu Dhabi Arabic Language Center. They have books from Russia. There's the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They're featuring some books. So they have a good presence as far as international displays go as well. There's a lot of authors speaking, so you won't be able to hear me that well.
Wow, Simrit, that's amazing. Wow, I'm feeling so jealous right now. I wish I could have also gone. Maybe I'll try to go. I'll try to go. We have some time. Yeah, it's still 5th, right? 5th of
It's still the 5th
March.
of March. So and I'm urging everyone that try to go whenever you can. Even if you're not a book lover, just take a, and one thing that I bought, which was wonderful for the kids, was, I mean, of course you could get it sitting at home, but I mean, you get exposure into what all you could do, even as a parent. So I signed up for a yearly publication of this kids newspaper. So they send it twice a month just for
Oh,
current affairs.
oh,
And then if
it's
your child
specifically for kids. It's just for kids.
yeah, it's specifically for kids. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then if you like if your child likes to write, they'll add their articles as long as they're well written and stuff. So it's great exposure. I'll send you the link and I'll add
You know,
it to
this actually reminds me of when I was in my school days. There used to be a kids newspaper, and they used to give us like every month. I remember that. And then I don't
Yeah.
know, it
I
just
think
stopped.
when
I
we
think
were younger,
they're turning the wheel again, and they're starting it again, I think. That's really
so
nice.
when we were young, I remember Times of India or Indian Express had a kids newspaper.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah,
right?
one of the
Yeah.
main lines. But I think and also you have to realize that newspapers are dying out and people are wanting screen time, but and reading the news. But I still think that the kids should pick up this. I mean, I'm old school, guys. There's no secret there. So, anyways, and then so you were asking about some authors. So I met a couple of authors. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't. I think I spoke to her, but we couldn't record, or I missed out on something. But there was this author, and she was writing. So there was a place where they were doing self-publishing. All these self-published books by this particular publishing house, so you could just come pay it and do whatever. And so there is an author who is doing a vampire series for based out of India, and it was really interesting. So
Wow,
she's like,
really?
she was getting surrounded, and then there was a doctor I met who was an author, and he had written about cardiac health, which was lovely. Then I ended up speaking to this lovely lady who approached me, and she goes, so I said, are you an author? And she said yes. And she's written a book about the science of the last rites. Now, I found this absolutely phenomenal, and I'm going to pick up her book. Her name is Dr. Mita Shah.
That's very interesting. Nobody has thought. I mean, science behind the last rites. This is
Yes,
actually very.
she, yeah, so she got into it because I think she lost her, as she told me, that she lost her husband, and how she, she was doing everything blindly, like the way in India, you do stuff, you're doing the havans, you're doing the prayers, you're doing the giving of the money to the pandits, and you don't know what's going on, and you feel somewhere cheated that they're taking advantage of your grief and your emotions. So she's written this book. She went back to college, and I've rarely met Indian women who do this. But when her daughter was doing a master's, that's when she started doing her master's of philosophy.
Wow, that's amazing.
And she started doing Sanskrit, and then she is a PhD in philosophy. And like she studied, her dissertation was
How
on
old
the
was
last.
she?
When she started studying, she said she was like 47.
Wow. Wow.
So take a look at her interview. This is really interesting. I hope the sound quality is good. Hi, so we're here at the book fair, and I'm in conversation with Dr. Mita Shah, who has written this wonderful book, Science of Last Rites. Now, it's very sad when we lose somebody, but to know what's going on is really important. That's where she comes in. So, hi Mita, welcome to talk to us today. So you were telling me this beautiful journey of how this is your first book and how you got into it.
Yes, absolutely. So it's as you said, nothing is an accident, and I was guided to do this work, this research, this PhD, and this is the result of it. So this is what happens to the departed soul, and when you offer the shraddha, tarpan, food donation, how the soul receives it and how it helps it or her. That is about this book and much more. You will know there are many answers in this book. All your questions, what is the role of the crow, and how the soul doesn't move on, and how you can help, how the soul connects to you after their death, and how you can get guidance through them. Thank you so much. Happy reading.
This is really good. And so you can get signed copies of hers. And she's also a past life regression therapist. So I'm going to take her number. Maybe we'll interview her on She Roars. Because she started her graduation, her postgrad, after her kids were already in postgrad. So she's a phenomenal woman, and I look forward to chatting with you further.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Oh, wow. We need to read this book. I am definitely going to grab it. I'm very curious to understand your science. If anything comes to science, I mean, I really want to know.
It's also about knowledge. At least know what you're doing, even in your prayers. Like, know what you're doing. Faith is one thing that I understand.
Yeah.
But we should know what we're doing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love that.
Wow. That's wonderful, Simrit. Well, let's talk about children. So, what did you find? What interesting thing you found about children over there? Books? Any interesting books that you picked up, or some were there some kids writers or something? I don't know.
There were a lot of children's authors. In fact, there was one stall which was just books published by children under 12.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
And then the whole pavilion was the children's pavilion. And there were child authors, child graphic novelists or comics. There was a battle of the comics also live, which I missed, but that was people from France who came to do that, but that's separate. But the children's pavilion there was this Hindi poet, this little girl, I think, and she was speaking. So the pavilions were full. This is Sunday morning at about 12:30. By 2 o'clock, you couldn't breathe. We jetted like 3 o'clock. We jetted from it was so crazy crowded. But it's such a proud moment. People who love these kids, like just to see children getting out there and doing this. It was and by the takeaway was my son's come home. It's the second or third day, and he's reading every night at half an hour because he picked up books of his choice, and he was surrounded by them. It's infectious to be around it,
Yeah.
And my niece
I have to go. I have to go with my daughter. I am 100% going because I see time and again her interest in books starts losing. So we need to just gear it up or charge it up in some way. Maybe this would be one way of bringing it back.
And it's beautiful because the theme of this year was Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Oh,
So
there's a
yes,
theme also.
so there's a theme, and the panelists. So there were authors speaking everywhere. It's because of the kids, and I have to admit that they were just wanting to walk around rather than sit, and I wasn't comfortable just letting them walk around, wander around on their own. Otherwise, a part of me wants to go again and just hang out with these, listen to these authors speak, because there were so many lectures going on at the same time, and they've really upgraded Pragati Maidan. Kudos, they've done a great job, and it was so well organized. So the what they're showcasing is India from pre-partition and all throughout, and I think I've got a video of that, and they're beautifully paneled, the pictures and the little write-ups, so you walk through India from like the 1800s to now.
Oh, there are books. Are there books from?
There's no books, but that's what they're showcasing, how India has developed, how India's technology has developed, how have we. So that's the Azadi Ka Amrit.
Okay.
And literature has changed over time as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Great. Wow, that's amazing, Simrit. You really convinced me badly to go. I always avoid these crowded places.
Anybody in and around Delhi, make sure you go to the book fair. It's
wow. Really yes, guys, definitely,
it's
definitely.
Until the 5th of March, and it starts at it. By the way, I was there 10:30 in the morning, and it only opens at 11. So I was really one of the keen ones.
Wonderful.
So it starts at 11, and I think it goes till 8 p.m. But make sure you go. Don't get scared of the crowds or whatever. It's really well organized.
Great, great. That's great. Well, that's very interesting, Simrit. Thank you so much for sharing all that. Well, and thank you so much. And I would want everybody who lives in NCR and Delhi to do visit the book fair. As Simrit mentioned, the whole vibe is infectious, and there's no harm in getting infected by the books, to read the books. You know, that energy that is amazing, Simrit.
Oh, well, and great discounts. Great discounts.
Okay.
Point.
And if you go there, if you find something interesting, don't forget to share it with us. We would love to share with everyone. And well, thank you so much for giving us the feedbacks, Simrit. Off lately, we're getting a lot of feedback, a lot of suggestions that they want some or the others expert to come to our show. So we are working on that. Thank you so much for that. And if you like anything about our show, do let us know in the comment section, or you can email us at hello@talktousToday.com. And
thanks.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to stay notified of our videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us on Talk to Us Today. Remember to talk about Talk to Us
Today. Yeah, keep laughing.
Laughing. Keep talking and keep reading.
Reading, yes.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Bye. See you next Friday.
Bye. Thank you.